So I've been having some people ask me what made me get involved in studying psychology. Well, I grew up in a very dysfunctional home. I'm not going to get into too much details on this video, but ever since I was a little kid, I watched my parents fight with each other, had to move into an all-woman shelter for about 6 months, and then moved into the ghetto, a very bad neighborhood. I started hustling when I was about 12 years old. I was involved in several toxic relationships that kind of reminded me of my childhood, let's just say. And in my early 20s, this relationship was so toxic that I didn't end up working for about 5 or 6 years after it. I thought that I had depression and long term anxiety and depression. And when we go see doctors, doctors don't study the mind. They're just going to throw medication at you, right? So I tried a couple of years taking medication and nothing was really happening. And then I started looking into what I have been through, which a lot of people that have dated narcissistic people or borderline or people that have personality disorders do, because their thinking and the way they treat you is just so absurd. So then I stumbled upon, narcissistic abuse and things like that. And then I realized that I was in a relationship with somebody that was very narcissistic. And my depression and anxiety wasn't long term. It wasn't a chemical imbalance. It was narcissistic abuse. It was psychological abuse. So from that day on, I promised myself that I would study psychology, human behavior every day, and I would never fall into that path of dating somebody that was so toxic where they destroyed my mental health. And now I'm so passionate about it because there's so many of these people out here. Some people have no idea, but they're everywhere. And when you study human behavior, you can see it because you know what to look for. Psychology teaches you traits and how they act and stuff like that, but human behavior teaches you how to spot them, right? So that's what got me into helping people, because I know how bad this stuff can impact your life and your mental health and just everything. And a lot of people even take themselves out dealing with people like this. So that's when I decided to dedicate a lot of my time into spreading awareness and helping people when it comes to this type of stuff.